going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the HSR. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Guys, we've been talking about doing ranch tours for a while now, and today, if you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, is the first official tour we did. We went out to Plainville, Kansas, guys, to Heartland Regional Stockyards to get a one-on-one tour with Brandon Hamel. In my opinion, Brandon is probably the backbone of that barn. He takes great pride in his auctioneering and how he runs that place. Guys, that place is masterclass. Talk about a beautiful barn. When we get into this video, you guys are gonna see that firsthand. But without further ado, guys, let's jump in. All right, y'all, I'm here with Brandon Hamel here at Heartland Regional Stockyards. Brandon, nice to meet you.
You bet, you bet.
So Brandon, tell me kind of how it works. We're gonna start here where they're unloading the cows to get here. Kind of explain to me what goes on here.
Basically, we have our yard person here documenting these cattle. These consigners bring cattle from 1 head all the way to 400 head. It basically starts right here. This was the unloading chute. We have our gal here today is Jonna, and she's taking as many notes, documenting the name, the consigner, how the owners are, and basically they go from here. We'll walk down to the holding pens so the guys can sort them and handle them, get them ready for the sale.
All right, Brandon, so once we get them down the alley, once they're unloaded, kind of tell me what the process is to get them pinned.
So we'll pin these cattle according to the groups of the ownership, and then the guys will sex them, steers or heifers, and then they'll go into their pen, stage, ready to go through the auction ring.
Another thing Heartland Regional has is they have a place to dump cattle off of semi-pots. As you guys can see, I'm up here, just even with the top of their trailers. They come through, these semi guys back up, unload their cattle right into the sorting area where we were just at.
I think the really cool thing about Heartland Regional is they have guys in places that know what they're doing. These guys aren't hooping and hollering, treating these cattle bad. They're just simply doing their job and treating these cattle like they were their own. Real top-notch work.
If you can see, every single pin is designed with a number system. So say they need pin 105 to go to the sale ring next. They grab pin 105 and take them up there. It's really well organized back here. You have to have a well-oiled machine in the sale barns to make sure everything runs smoothly.
So basically, as you look down here, we've got weigh-up cows, and we sell the weigh-up cows about 10 o'clock in the morning usually. And they start here in the tub. They'll go through the vet. Dr. Brandon will ID them, pregnant mouth them if the customers decide, and then they'll come through here and they're ready to go to the sale.
So when they go through, how are the buyers knowing that how old they are and how pregnant are they?
If the producer decides to pregnant mouth them, Doc will put an ear tag in their ear with our tag that he's verified the age, the preg, and that. So
to help the buyer know what they're buying.
They'll be able to fully see what they're buying.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're here in the processing facility. They're going through all the weigh-up cattle, scanning their tags, and kind of just explain to me what's going on.
So basically here, Doc's reading the EID tag, and that tag will correlate, it'll stay with that animal until it's process for beef. And the EID tag will correlate to a back tag that goes on top of a rib cage up there. And it's supposed to track disease traceability, any outbreaks. You know, if there's ever a problem, we can go right back to this cow, we can go right back to this ranch, and hopefully fix the problem. Nick, these are the cows. They've already been through the vet shack. They've got their tag on. This cow right here is a little 5-year-old cow, second stage. You see the green tag, 5-year-old cow, second stage. But these cows now are ready to go through the sale ring.
Okay, so these will be the first cattle to go through your sale starting at 10 o'clock.
Starting at 10.
Okay. We're back here in the sale arena, kind of at their front desk here where they sell all their cattle from. Brandon, kind of explain to me how it works, you know, on the back end.
So basically, Nick, our mail will come in. Every group of cattle has its own mail, right? You see an unloading. Basically, it'll start right here with the clerk. This is the clerk station. She indicates the seller number, the head count, and she's also the weighmaster with this new system we use. And it starts here. This screen here will be my screen, the auctioneer screen. It'll tell me the weight, head count, the average weight, the price I'm trying to get. And that's a really good tool. It helps me kind of keep track, you know, as we go on. This right here, folks, this is where the bread gets sliced. This is the auctioneer stand. Very important part of the auction process. This here's our Cattle USA screen. We don't have it up yet. We'll have people on here shortly. But we sell a lot of cattle via the web. Cattle USA's done a nice job with this program. Probably sell as many cattle online as anybody in our area. So really big tool. This computer, this is our pin back computer. He'll have a mic that will, he'll be able to place the cows. So once they're sold in this ring, they go out this door. And then they go to those are the buyer's pins. So when the buyer buys them, he gets his own pin. And then, so this pinner guy, he's got a very important job keeping every buyer straight. It's really important. So he's in charge of that, and then he'll relay the message to the pin back crew. Yep.
So kind of to recap on that, what they're doing is whoever buys a cattle, if they're buying 4 or 5 different sets of cows, if they want them in the same pen, they're doing that to make loading easier for you guys at the end of the day. Is that right?
Yes, that's a fact.
Absolutely.
And to assure the buyers get what they bought. And yeah,
exactly. So this door right here, Brandon, what's this? This is how they come in?
Yes, this is where the cattle come in on the seller side. They'll come in here, we'll weigh them. This scale holds 60,000 pounds. There's only about 2 of us that can hold a whole load, 60,000 pounds in the ring in front at one time. And that's the out gate.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong, but the big thing for you guys is you guys want to sell groups of cattle, the most amount of cattle in the arena at once to get the best price. Because is it true that, you know, buyers want semi-loads basically instead of just buying here and there?
Yeah, I think adding a semi-load of cattle, it adds value, yes. But we also we like our little guys too, because in those packages, we can put them with bigger groups, and then we can add value to those smaller packages. So
exactly.
And we have a lot of smaller producers and, you know, little grass deals, and so we like all sizes, all shapes and sizes.
Absolutely.
Family, Jerry sitting on top. There's 46 in this cut. There'll be 8 big ones, 9 on the small end, fellas. Here's your middle cut, the McReynolds family. There's a beautiful set of feed cattle. I got 265. We're going. I just here. It's a There's 100 and some of these fellas. We got the breeze and cattle cut up in a couple deals. There's 43 of these blacks, there's 45, a little smaller, there'll be 33 colored, So there's 45 in this cut. 340, 30, I'm gone. 4,
All right, y'all, so once the cattle are sold, you'll hear over this loudspeaker where they're gonna be going.
16 when they start coming, 516, 516. Loaded steers coming out. If we could get them to 516, 516.
Brandon, so to kind of recap everything, I just want to kind of talk about the sale ring and kind of, you know, you're the head honcho when you're selling these yearlings and stuff. What do you do to help, you know, make sure that your sellers get top dollar for their cattle?
Nick, basically I'm a fortunate guy. I've been here for close to 20 years, been auctioneering for a better part of 12. I've seen a lot of country, I've seen a lot of cattle people, I've seen a lot of sale barns. So I've seen what works, I've seen what don't, and I've seen where I wanted to be. I also run cattle myself, and probably the biggest thing that sets me apart, or our help here at Heartland, I don't think we have one employee that doesn't have cattle themselves. And when you have a vested interest in anything, I don't care if it's Walmart, the tire store, or a sale barn, you're better at it. And I think that really gives us an edge. We care about these people. When I'm behind the microphone, I sell cattle myself, and I'll promise you I'll outwork most auctioneers for the people.
Absolutely. Well, Brendan, I just appreciate, you know, giving me the opportunity here for 30 minutes to kind of take a tour of your barn and just show me, you know, probably one of the most state-of-the-art facilities out here in this area. So thanks again.
Appreciate it.
Hope you have a good sale today.
You bet we will.